Good afternoon, everybody. I know this isn't the soundbite you're looking for, but I have to say that for my 35 years in this career, I am truly proud to work with such a talented group of investigators that have been pounding organized crime like this in our county. It's truly been a remarkable job. This investigation was national and international in its scope, and it's centered around what we feel is our number one priority in the intelligence community, and that's organized crime. In this county, organized crime means street gangs and their involvement in burglary, home invasion robbery, drug dealing, extortion, and violent crime. We have a number of listed suspects that law enforcement investigators interdicted a very complex criminal enterprise that was responsible for the distribution of quantities of narcotics from Mexico into Ventura County and from here through other parts of the United States. The investigation has culminated with the arrests of several individuals, including influential Mexican Mafia members. The subjects have been indicted by the Ventura County District Attorney's Office. This investigation was a joint investigation with the District Attorney's Office, the Oxnard Police Department, the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation, and the Drug Enforcement Administration. The investigation that found these Mexican Mafia members were conspiring with drug trafficking organizations, particularly the Sinaloa cartel, to import narcotics into the United States. The investigation found that the Mexican Mafia controlled a vast network which used the proceeds of their narcotic sales locally to fund their criminal enterprise. The Mexican Mafia used its reputation for violence to extort and control the drug trafficking, an element that the cartels have gone to for some time for their muscle and support in our community. The organization also distributed narcotics to local gangs for their purposes of street sales. Some of those proceeds were tracked to buying various weapons in our community held by gang members. So far, this is what's so impressive in this 1 year by an intelligence unit and a narcotics unit with the varying agencies helping. We've seized $4,375,000 in cash destined to be exported out of the country on drug proceeds and gang proceeds. The street value of the narcotics seized is well over $5 million, and I'll give you an example. One of the elements of the seizure was 28 pounds of China white. It's named China white, but this isn't China white from China, which is traditional. It's manufactured in Colombia, and these 28 pounds came back to a purity of 98% pure heroin, which is easily stepped on 3 to 4 times for a street dosage, even at wholesale. That $5 million doesn't even encompass that. This is not a grammed out version. There was also 3 pounds of tar heroin seized, 52 pounds of cocaine, several liters of liquid methamphetamine, 69 pounds of methamphetamine, and 35 illegal firearms possessed by gang members and felons. This is an offshoot of the last press conference we did with organized crime when we took down Wicked Hand. And we have a message out there. We go after the leaders of the Mexican Mafia and our street gang members in this county. One of these members, Jose Dreamer Rodriguez, he is a top target. We assisted New Jersey with an indictment. He was sending some of this methamphetamine we seized to New Jersey. He is the acclaimed leader nationally of MS-13. He nationalized MS-13 in this country to bring all the cliques together, all the local gangs under single leadership to increase distribution with the Mexican cartels. We've got him indicted. Between us and New Jersey, he can do the rest of his gang work from inside a jail cell. When our prisons are overfilled, these Mexican Mafia members, there's prisons in all these states. They're not all on the board, but when we move Mexican Mafia California prisoners out of state, they recruit in those states and build drug trafficking organizations that they control within those states. One level of the extortion that I want to touch on is a marijuana dispensary in the Los Angeles area. The owner of the dispensary had no ties to the Mexican Mafia, but one of their extortion tactics is to tax drug dealers. They see dispensaries as drug dealers. They convinced them that he's going to pay them $20,000 a month to maintain a business objective. They bumped it up to 40 grand. They accused him of not being honest with how much weed he's selling, so they're going to put a Mexican Mafia member to sit in the dispensary and count customers and make sure the till's right. This is the level of infiltration that this gang has in their taxation. A lot of money across the United States is through extortion or taxation of other criminal elements.